much driving, and sometimes Katie had to sit with you in the truck while you drove up and drove back, and, like, yeah, you did.
She was tired of the truck too for a long time, but I was like, "Babe, there's nothing I can do, like,
Yeah.
sorry, you have to."
Yeah, sometimes she came over and hang out with us.
Yeah, she did.
And she had a very large network that she could do that. That she was like, "Hey, I wanna change."
I could remember putting on Facebook, "Anybody need some Katie time?"
Right, yeah. 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 But
She's always been a hot mess, though.
honestly. But no, I met Jason, and we had lots and lots of conversations, lots of one-on-one conversations, and it was like, "Do you want more kids?" And I was like, "Wait, this is a conversation?
Whoa, hold on, wait, pump the brakes, right?
Pump the brakes. This is a conversation that we can have, and you're open to hearing how I actually feel?" And I always
And then you had Miles, and now you want another.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I don't want, um What? What don't you want me to say? I do, I would like one more, but I'm an only child,
Oh, I know,
so
which is where that need to have all these kids comes from.
You think so?
Oh, I think so. You don't want your kids to feel like they don't have anybody like you did.
Yeah. Yeah. I never did. I didn't have anybody to play with.
No, you told me that all the time.
Yeah, he has 8 siblings.
Did your parents have cable?
No, he has 2 sets of parents.
Oh, still, 4 kids is a lot. That's a lot.
Mhm.
I have 3, and there's no way I could have one more.
Yeah.
Oh. No. I always say there's a reason God gave me Katie last.
Honestly, if Katie would have given you Katie first.
Whew. Katie would have been an only child if I would have had her first.
Yeah.
Katie, not that she's bad. She's never been bad.
No, but she knows how to push your buttons and push your limits and push your boundaries.
That she does.
She's not a bad kid. That's not
No,
don't read into it like that because that's not it.
No, she's not a bad kid. She just is very intelligent.
Inquisitive. She questions everything.
Everything. And sometimes I would find myself going, how does this 2-year-old know this already? How does this 3-year-old know this kind of thing? Like
she would just sit and she'd have conversations with anybody.
with herself.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the times with random strangers in the store.
Oh yeah, you know how many people in Walmart you had to meet because of Katie?
Yeah. You know how many people in Walmart I didn't want to meet because of Katie?
Katie would call it out. She would. I remember being in the grocery store with you one day with Katie, and we were at Walmart, and you're gonna laugh your ass off when I say this because I don't know if you remember, but I remember Katie sitting in the buggy and Katie looking over at the lady on the scooter and going, "You wouldn't be fat if you'd get up and walk."
She's literally said, "You'd be able to reach that food in that freezer if you would get up and walk, and you wouldn't be so fat then." And then the lady looked at me, and I was like, "Let's go find your mom." She has always been that way.
Oh yeah,
always.
And
like random people, like older people, would talk to her in Hobby Lobby, and she'd be like, "Do you want to take me home? Because my mom's selling me today."
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? She's kidding, really?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. She doesn't. She's very like. I don't know. She's just real, I guess.
Very.
Is my perspective of her. She's just so. I don't know. I just love all the memories I have of her.
She's the most random child.
Mm-hmm.
Even still.
Yeah.
Even still, she'll say things that I'm like, where did that even come from?
She's like, I've been thinking about it for 6 hours.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
She is definitely the most difficult, but she's also very rewarding too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all of them are that way, just in their own ways.
Oh, their own aspects. Yeah, for sure. I get that.
They're all. Camden will melt you with his like generosity. Tegan will do things like without people knowing.
Yeah. And I think it's funny how like their jobs that they're choosing are so cool based off of how I know them as children.
Right.
Because like Camden, I could sit down and taught him how to crochet.
Right. Yeah.
And he crocheted for me, like in a project that I was able to mail off to donate. And like he loved that calm one-on-one time.
He absolutely did.
Whereas Tegan was like, "No, I'm out.
Nah.
I'm good."
That was the ADD brain. He
Right. Well,
not.
and now he's an electrician, and I'm
Right.
like, okay, that
Makes
fits,
sense.
that tracks. Like I get that
because he's always moving.
Yeah, always
doing
moving.
something.
Yeah, that tracks.
Oh,
and
speaking
then
of, I got to tell you this funny story
Oh.
first. He was texting me. Was like, "Mom, I can't find my wallet." I'm like, "What do you mean you can't find? We just replaced your driver's license. What do you mean you can't find your wallet?" He's like, "I don't know where it is. I've looked high and low. I've looked everywhere I can. I can't find it. I don't know what the hell what I did with it. I think I might have thrown it away with my lunch on accident." And I was like, "Kid." So we go back and we get him a new driver's license and cancel all of his credit cards and get everything mailed back to him. He finally gets everything in.
Yeah.
2 weeks after the initial, I can't find it.
Mhm.
He goes up in the ceiling to pull some wiring, and he found it in the ceiling of the building that he was in. I'm like,
at least you found it, bro.
I mean, I'm glad you didn't throw it away, but
Right.
like, how many other things have you placed in places like that?
Oh yeah, being an electrician and crawling through the attic, like you're gonna replace so many tools.
Oh, so
you're gonna forget them, and you're gonna lose them.
yeah. He had like the little live wire tester or whatever.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I don't know what happened to my good one, and I'm like, well, I mean,
it doesn't help the ADD factor either.
No, and he doesn't take his medication anymore. So
I get that too.
I get it, but still, I'm like, man, kid, you wear me out.
You wear me out.
We just get everything replaced, and then he's like, oh yeah, I found it. And when he went to go get his driver's license, he had to have a Social Security card.
Yeah.
I literally say, do not lose that. Do not lose that. That's really hard to replace. Don't lose it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know that I got the phone call on the way home? I think it flew out the window.
Think it flew out the window?
Because I had it on the center console of my truck, and then I rolled the windows down, and I think it caught, and it flew out the window, and I was like, great. Do you know how hard that is to replace? I said, okay, we'll dive into that tomorrow. Well, he sits down on the couch, and he puts his hands in his pocket. He found it in the hoodie pocket of his sweater.
Oh, good job.
But he like puts things in places, and he's like, I don't know what happened to it. And then he finds them, and I'm like, oh, geez.
So, have you downloaded Tinder?
Yes. I have. It's interesting folks on there.
Different strokes for different folks.
For sure.
Yeah?
I've downloaded it.
Mhm.
I've deleted it.
Mhm.
Took a break for a while, and I re-downloaded it, and I learned some lessons the first go around. So
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some weird ones out there.
Like, let me see your butthole.
Yeah. Let me do more than see it. Can you do this too? My butthole? That kind of thing. I know.
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
No. And I wish I could I wish I could remember some of the messages and stuff that when I first downloaded it, because I got like 7,000 matches. Like it was overwhelming.
Yeah. It like every one that I don't X out, if I heart it, it automatically pops up. It's a match. It's a match. It's a match. And I'm like,
do they just like, are they just like on this like,
I think when men go in there,
they're
they're
just like, yes.
Whatever. I don't care what it looks. Love. And I'm like, that one's not cute. X. I don't like the way that one's teeth are. X.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh, so okay. This brings up a really good question. Like, what are your qualifiers? What's your like when you're pulling a profile up? What's your qualifier?
Oh, I have a type.
Yes,
I do.
Yeah.
Tall.
Okay, how tall? Like, what's your cutoff? Like short cutoff?
Like 5'10".
Yeah. How tall are you?
5'2".
I'm 5 foot, and so I was like, I want somebody who's like 5'9" or bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not. I want tattoos.
Oh yeah. I like me a bad boy. Yeah, I agree.
I like beards.
Same.
But not like Duck Dynasty beards.
No, I don't want to be able to braid it.
I want
like if I'm gonna I'm not into that.
Nope. I want baby beards.
Yeah, if a baby bird can live in your beard, I'm out.
Oh,
I'm good.
No, if we can put ornaments in your beard,
yeah,
I'm out.
right.
I just
Well
want,
groomed.
I just want a baby beard.
Yeah,
And they have to have pretty teeth.
same. Yeah,
I can't kiss a yuck mouth.
no. And for me, it was they had to have nice teeth. They couldn't be a smoker.
That's
Yeah,
a thing too.
I can't do smoking
Mm-mm.
or vaping, like anything. Like you,
Mm-mm.
and they're like, "Well, I just vape," and I'm like,
It's the
"You
same.
out."
It's
the same. It's the same to me. Like, yeah, but it tastes like cotton candy. I'm like, I don't care shit.
I don't care what it tastes
I
like.
don't care what it tastes like.
You're still sucking on something every few minutes, and
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah. Jason actually, when we first met, because being a migraine sufferer, cigarette smoke was a big thing, a
Yeah.
big trigger.
Oh, listen, you're talking to chronic migraines herself, you know?
Yeah. I'm good. I don't want to do it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So, and then for me, it's the same thing. Like I was so freaking overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the audacity of the conversations, they're just like they're so mind numbing because it's like you play this game of like you don't want to be yourself because then like you feel like you're not going to get anybody, but then like you're being so surface level that doesn't go anywhere either.
Right. You want to be a little exciting because you don't,
but not overly exciting.
Yeah, like you want to let them know that you're interested in it going to that, but not like come get it right now. Like that's not,
and don't open the door with what your fetish is. Like no, that's not a good pickup line.
No,
it's not.
No, there's some weirdos out there.
Honestly,
I want to massage your feet and suck your toes. I'm like, ooh, no, thank you.
No,
I don't. You can massage my feet, but toes are not going in mouths. Not a thing for me.
Feet are feet and they're meant to be feet. They don't need to be anything else.
Listen, my feet hurt and I am a sucker for a good foot massage.
Or a pedicure even.
But do not try to put them in your mouth.
No. Have you been on some of these Facebook pages that are like, are we dating the same person?
Yes.
Girl.
Yes.
I'm like, why is this even necessary?
Because men are shady.
Yeah, but women crazy AF.
Well, yes, they are too. Yes. Yeah. But like some of these men though, I'm like, damn. There's one site that I'm on that it's Are We Dating the Same Man? So it's specifically for women.
Women to go in to feel safe. Yeah.
And just some of the audacity. Like there's one guy that I am not kidding you gets posted 3 times a week.
3 times a week?
Yes.
The AF?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And you're like,
he doesn't care.
No, and every single time he gets his pictures put up there, it's Jeremy again. Jeremy's at it again. I'm like, damn, you're gonna literally date every person in your town.
In your town, you're gonna date everybody.
OKC is not small. OKC is big. You're literally gonna.
Yeah, it's like the DFW Metroplex. It's pretty freaking big.
It's big. So like, you're literally gonna hit on every single person, and you don't care.
No.
And he lives with his baby mama still. Like
Ew.
He's like, well, you can't come over because my baby mama's here and she's in the next room and that's just weird. And I'm like, and then he's like one girl said, well, he asked me to come park outside of his house.
I'm sorry, what?
I was like, please don't tell me you parked outside of the house.
Please tell me you did. Please tell me you had more.
Oh, no. So I had seen his picture on there several times. And of course, he tried to slide into my DMs. I was like, oh, absolutely not.
Oh, girl, I would have entertained the shit out of that just for content alone. Like, just out of fucking, like, burnt, like,
I couldn't even bring myself to do it because of some of the things that I had read about him that I was like.
I get that. I would have turned that into some fucking good-ass content, though.
I mean, fair.
Like, I had so many DMs, I had so many DMs like for just like, oh, hey, and one of them I didn't respond to, and then he was like, oh, go shit, fuck you and your siblings, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, obviously, like, I don't have any, so you don't follow me too well. Because like I put off that I'm an only child a lot.
I mean,
So, like, there's that.
There's
so cool,
that.
thanks. Yeah, there was a good series for there for a little while, which made Jason not want to reach out to me because he was like,
I don't want to be on there.
She gonna burn me. She gonna burn the shit out of me. And
he's like, no thanks. So
no, I'm good. I'm good, man. Like,
I'll spare the public humiliation.
yeah, like honestly. And he was like, oh God, I bet I probably could find the message if I go back to our, let's see, because he hit me up on the Facebook. Let's see if I can find it. I don't even know if there's a way on. We're to the part of our communication now where we just communicate with memes and with Facebook Reels, and so like that's all that this message is. Okay, so here we go. I'll read y'all the first DM, the first slide in
from Jason.
What's up, Jennifer? I'm not trying to. Oh, he's switching cameras. Okay, he was like, "What's up, Jennifer? I'm not trying to make you my watering hole, laughing my ass off. I just thought I would try to connect with you. We have some mutual friends, blank and blank. I also own an electric company and recently separated and dealing with the same divorce shit. And I agree, like, congratulations are in order. And I always say, like, people, like, if somebody's going through a divorce and ever announce that they're going through a divorce, don't ever say, oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Be like, congratulations. Like, I that's just my personal belief from my personal expectations, like my own everything. Like, just tell somebody like congratulations. So he said the same thing. He was like, I agree. Congratulations are in order. He said we should hook up for lunch sometime. You're obviously very funny, and I'd like to get to know you. Also, potentially send you some residential work.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that. Also send you some.
Yeah, also send you some residential work that we don't like to do. But anyways, just to keep our name out there. Anyways, hit me up if you're interested. If it's not a big deal, girl. By the way, I love the laughs. Definitely made my morning. And so I came in with I came in strong with the absolutely, like, let's do that. And he was like, damn, so you are nice and you don't reject everyone. And I was like, no, I sure don't. And he was like, okay, well, let me get them digits. And I don't know where actually
people still say that.
Yeah.
Let me get them digits.
Let me get that digit. Okay. So then he was like, well, let me get those digits. And so I gave him my phone number and he was like, awesome, here's mine. So you don't think I'm a creeper. He's like, and this is where it gets really vague. And I called him out on it. I was like, he's like, maybe in the next couple of weeks or something, we can set something up. And I was like, well, I'm not patient and I don't do vague timelines. Yeah.
You got to appreciate a girl that knows what she wants, though. Oh,
I mean, sure. So then he like proceeds to set up like, so at that point in time, we lived, I don't know, 90 miles from each other. It was far, like 90 miles, because he was in Royce City. I don't know if you know where that is.
I do know where that is because the boys had a karate tournament there one time.
Yeah. So I was in Burleson, obviously, and he was in Royce City.
That's a long ways.
Honestly.
Is that where your kid lives?
No, we have Jax full time.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we meet up or whatever. But okay, hang on, backtrack. So we talk on the phone, I think for 3 hours at that point. And I'm like, okay, I like his voice. He sounds legit. Like, this is cool. I hang up with him. And then I contact our mutual friend and I'm like, does he really know you? And then I also dive into his Facebook page and I'm like, do you really know this mutual? Yeah. Yeah. Like I had some shit to deal with.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Like I'm not going to just trust you. You probably absolutely turn a mic on and join the conversation.
Come on with it.
Bring your switcher. Let's go. Huh? I'm not a digger. My hands aren't made for a shovel, but I had to check some shit out.
That's legit.
Are you joining or not? Huh?
No.
No, it's spicy. So we talked for like 3 hours, but then I reached out to the friend and I was like, hey, like, you legit
tell me what's up.
You legit know this person? He's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm not going to ask you too much because I'm not really interested in your opinion on him. I would like to form my own opinion. And then I did a digging on his Facebook page just to make sure that, like, who'd you know? And I really didn't even, that's really it. Like, I didn't dig any further past that. Like, I didn't want to know anything really other than what he was going to tell me, because I really just wanted to believe what he was telling me. And
Right.
and then if it wasn't true, then I'd find out eventually. But so the only thing I really did was make sure that he was saying that he knew who I said he knew. He said he knew.
Right.
And then he called me back later on that evening and he's like, "Hey, just got my kid picked up from school. Would you like, I've done some research and I've got us tickets for the rodeo." And I was like, "Awesome. Like, that's fantastic. That's sweet." And he's like, "And then the next day we're going to do this. And then the next day we're going to do this." And I was like,
"Wait a minute.
We're going to what?" Yeah. And so then he was like, "But I want to know, like, what's your address? Because I want to get a hotel that's closest." And I was like, "What?" Like, you automatically assume that you weren't going to stay here? Like, that's like very respectable. Like,
Right.
that's not what's on Tinder, okay?
No.
That is not what's there. And that
That
sure
is
as hell wasn't
not.
what was sliding into my DMs. And I was like, I said, we call it the hotel now. But I said, "Come to the apartment." I said, "You can sleep on the couch. I don't really care. Like, knowing our mutual friend is enough for me to trust you."
Right.
And of course, and I didn't have the girls, so it wasn't like, a huge thing. And so yeah, he came and he stayed. He drove. I think it took him 3.5 hours that day with traffic
Oh God.
to get. And he was video calling me the entire time. I'm on pins and needles at the house, like, I don't know, like,
Not
this
sure
is
about
weird,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also very excited at the same time. And it was like we had talked for so long. I think we talked because the way that our children's schedules lined up, and we didn't want the first time that we met to have children to
Right.
like, it just, we weren't there yet. And so he was like, "Hey, I got to taste the rodeo." And then I forget everything else that we did, but it was like we did so much in that whole weekend that he had planned out for us, like from dinners to lunches
That's
to everything.
awesome,
Oh yeah.
though.
Like, he was like, he had made a commitment, like,
Right.
if I'm all in. And like, and we from that point on, we haven't left. Like, it's just the way it's been.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, when you know, right?
Yes. Yeah. And so, yeah, it was just such an awesome, I don't know, I really enjoyed that weekend. I really, really did. But that's what it is that women are looking for
I was
on
gonna say,
Tinder.
I can attest to that. Like, being the woman, you don't want to plan anything. You want them to surprise you and plan
Yes.
all the things, and then just say, "This is where we're going. This is how you need to dress."
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
No questions asked. All
None.
right, fine. I'll follow you.
Yeah. Yeah. And he did a lot of the pre-work beforehand to be able to find out, like, what my favorite activities were, what my favorite food is, and he knew that I was a gastric sleeve patient. And so he was like, making sure that the places that we went, it was food that I could tolerate, and drinks, like, wasn't a drinker. And then like the cigarette smoking and all of that stuff. Like, you're either ready to be in a relationship or you're not ready to be in a relationship. And if you are just out there looking for sex,
Tinder's the place to go.
Exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you meet a good dude on there.
Yeah.
There are a couple of them.
Yeah.
But they're very few and far between.
Yeah, I don't think they need to be called dating sites. I think they need to be called hookup sites.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mud flaps. Yeah, so we've come up with a couple business ideas. So you know how there's OnlyFans? We've come up with Only Cans. And that's for tit addictions. And then for people who are butt people, we came up with mud flaps. And then for people who are into both, we're showers and growers.
That's funny.
Yeah. But that's the kind of shit that we talk about when we're in here. But it's such a different experience. And I hold Christian Singles is a hookup site.
I'm sure.
What about Only Farmers? Isn't there one for farmers?
Farmers only.
Farmers only.
Farmers only.
That is so that I would know that there's a site for farmers?
Except she called it Only Farmers and not Farmers
Only Farmers is like insurance.
So,
Maybe.
in my recent like being single,
Yeah.
going out to get, I have realized that the only people that hit on me are meth heads and grandpas.
Speaking from experience, the older generation can be beneficial.
Yes. However, okay, so let me just tell you the story. I went to shoot pool with one of my friends. This farm, I've called him.
It's okay. So I know what you're about to say. When you're starting dating someone, you name them by their profession. So Jason wasn't Jason. Jason was the roofer.
Right.
Yeah. And so my friends would be like, how's the roofer? And I'm like, he's good. The roofer's really good.
So I'm playing pool, and this old gentleman, he's probably 75.
Oh, shit. That's way too old. That's like nursing home age. I was talking
He's
like younger. I'm talking younger generation.
No.
Like I was cool with 50.
So when I say grandpa, I mean like someone that could be my grandpa. Like older.
I got
older.
you.
So this guy comes up, and I've called him Farmer Fred from day one. Farmer Fred.
What's up, double F?
He comes up to the table, and he's got fucking overalls on and a trucker hat and boots with his overalls tucked into his boots. And I'm like, what in the actual fuck? And so I have to pee, and I go to the bathroom. And my friend is like, he's talking to her. He's like, I really think your friend's hot, and I would like to take her out on a date, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, she said, well, just talk to her. He's like, I don't know how to talk to her. She intimidates me. And I have, like, unbeknownst to me, I had no idea. No idea. Well, I go up to the bar to get a drink, and he comes up behind me, and he's like, hey, honey. And I was, oh, hey, Farmer Fred, how's it going? He's like, I just wanted to give you my phone number. And so I pull my phone out of my back pocket. I'm like, sure, put it in my phone. He's like, oh, no. I don't text or like.
You got like a rotary dial phone you want me to call you on at home?
He had written his number on a coaster and pointed it. He said, my name's not Farmer Fred. My name is actually Lawrence.
Lawrence.
And here's my phone number on a coaster.
Yeah.
And
a Coors coaster, I'm sure.
Coaster. So I'm like, okay, thanks. And I put it in my back pocket. Well, I put my phone in the same back pocket.
Yeah.
And then I got my drink, and I had a text. So I pulled my phone out. Well, the coaster fell on the floor. He's like, you could have at least waited until I walked away to throw it away.
Oh my God.
So then he comes back over to the pool table, and he said he let me win. He sucked really bad at pool, and I sucked bad at
75 years old. I think my vision would suck ass too.
I mean, yes, but so he said,
so whose ego was he trying to save? Yours or his?
I'm not real sure.
Shit.
But he says, I'd like to take you out on a date and maybe bring you back to my farm so we can harvest some crops together. And I said,
whose field is he trying to plow, honey?
I said,
whose field is he trying to plow?
I literally looked at him and said, I'm sorry, Lawrence, but there will be no seeds planted anytime soon.
Oh, shit.
What kind of pickup line is, I want to take you back to my farm and harvest some crops?
I mean, that's to say there's already been something planted.
For real.
You got to do the plowing first.
We're not planting any seeds. Though.
Yeah, you weren't looking to get on any tractor.
No.
Shit.
Did not want to ride the horse.
He's probably a gelding at that.
God. I was not having it. And my friend's like, you could have at least you hurt his feelings. And I'm like, I'm sorry. His feelings shouldn't be that easy to hurt.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, depending upon like what events I had coming up, maybe I would have entertained it for at least a handicap lacquer.
So
front row parking?
I have that now with my knee surgery. Thanks. I don't need him for that.
All right. Fair enough.
I was thinking more of the badge for the Girl Scouts. I've bagged an old man.
I bagged an old man for dating. That's your $1 million idea. The dating badges. Oh my God. Yeah, you create a website where you can go in and you get the, what'd you say? Right. Yeah. So now you could we
don't have a patent on that yet.
No, the sash. Yeah, you just get the sash. Then it's like everything that you've done.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then you turn in your dating sash for like a bride to be sash.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think we're on to something.
We're on to something. Yes. Shit. Like you go through your like sugar daddy era. You go through like the young and dumb era. You go through like
It's not just young and dumb. There's more to that saying. Come on now.
The young, dumb, and broke era. Like what are you talking
Young,
about?
dumb, and full of cum. You've never heard that?
No.
Oh my gosh, Frankie.
I'm sorry. I've never heard of it. But no, that was true. Yeah. I'm looking for some extra cash.
It's not for now, it's for later. Different site.
There is a site.
Different site.
Yeah. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah. It's been something else just getting out and experiencing. Because even like when I did get married the first time, like I never dated.
No.
I never dated. I
mean, I'm 40 and I've had 4 partners my whole life.
I'm not giving you my number.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
As long as he knows.
Yeah, he has my number, but yeah, no, it's
But it's not the same.
No, it's not.
It's not the same. It's terrifying.
It is, and there's a lot of shit that can't be treated by antibiotics anymore.
No, that you get some shit that Ajax can't wash off, and you don't want that.
No, that Dial soap only goes so far.
That right there. Mm-hmm. If this kid does not stop calling me.
Is it the one at home?
No.
Yeah. No, I didn't even know how to date.
I don't either. I'm so clueless.
And to that, it was like we had to have a lot of conversations because we were blending children.
Yeah,
and we were very aware of the fact that we were blending children, and we didn't want to bring someone who was only going to be temporary.
Right.
And trying to be aware of who was going to like, is this temporary? Is this just fun? Is this more than what we've got? Like, yeah, just being cautious.
Right.
And I mean, obviously, he's not going anywhere, and neither am I. But yeah, that was just in the very beginning of what we had to talk about, what we needed to talk about. And
hold on. This kid, I swear, he can't do anything without me. I'm buying food for your dogs. I need to know what you buy for them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but
at least you're able to look it up for him.
Mm-hmm. My God, kid, leave me alone.
Yeah. I didn't know how to date, and I didn't even like Tinder or Bumble or any of the other sites that they're there. They're not.
Yeah. So I was on. I had a Bumble account.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Tinder account.
Mm-hmm.
And I had Hinge.
Oh, Hinge. I always forget about that one.
And totally have on Hinge, every single one that's like matched or sent me a note or whatever are no. Just no.
Is there like where do people go to meet people? Like, and I'm just blessed in the fact that we had a mutual friend.
Right.
Like that's it. Like that's all that's the only reason that we got together. And it's funny because like the mutual friend was a friend that we met in Springtown.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Springtown of all
places. So like Haley went to preschool with the mutual friend's kid.
Uh-huh.
And then Jason knew him because of electrical.
Uh-huh.
So it was like not, and so then the mutual friend knows both of the exes.
Right.
And is like, so that, I don't know, like that's why I'm like, yeah, everybody should try out CC Stud Services, LLC for all of your matchmaking needs.
Oh, that's funny.
Because, you really do. You almost need somebody who knows both exes to make a successful match.
Yeah.
If there is exes involved.
I mean, yeah.
Long-term exes.
I'd say that's pretty fair. Mm-hmm. Because not only do they know you, but they also know the ex and the personalities that didn't work.
Yes. Or the crazy. Yeah. I get that too.
Mm-hmm.
I get that too. Yeah, so we've got like 10 minutes and we'll leave and we'll go get children. So
okay.
What would you, If you were going to tell the world, so you knew me before the world knew me.
I did.
What would you tell the world about me?
From back then or from now?
Both.
Both. Okay, let's see. I think in both situations, Frankie has always given her all to her children. Her kids have always came first, no matter what the situation. I think the old Frankie was more afraid of hurting people's feelings than what the new Frankie is. And honestly, I'm here for the new Frankie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
You just are like a giant burst of light.
Really?
And happiness just comes out of you.
Do you think that...
And all the tattoos?
Yeah.
That was not Frankie before.
No.
Frankie had no tattoos.
Frankie very much wanted tattoos, though.
She did, but
very
she
much.
didn't. She was not allowed to.
No, Frankie was not allowed to get tattoos. I have several.
Yeah.
I always wanted ink. And you were inked.
I was.
And I wasn't. I was just like, man, that's beautiful. Like I always, I loved a tattoo canvas. But
you haven't seen my newest one.
Mm-mm.
It goes all the way up, so I can't really show you like all of it.
Oh, nice.
It comes here.
Nice. That is beautiful. How long did that take?
This one took about 6 hours, and then this one he added on to it.
Yeah.
Was another 7 hours.
Dang.
So 2 sessions.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna get this covered.
Your scar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I have to have both knees done, so I'm gonna get one that starts like here and goes across to cover the other one, and comes
cool. Oh, so it connects everything
so
together.
It connects.
So it flows.
And then I'm gonna get a half sleeve on this side, so I feel
balanced.
Yes.
There you go.
That's a thing for me.
Well, yeah, that's a thing for me too. So I've got fire and water.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to feel balanced.
Yep.
Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah, I have that. Hip tattoo was probably the most painful.
Ribs for me.
No, the ribs were nothing for me.
Really?
Nothing. I have footprints up.
Well, I know you do. Yeah, your children walk up your side.
Nothing for me.
Yeah.
Everyone says your knee's gonna hurt. I'm like, yeah, but right now it's numb.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm literally, when I go back to my doctor in the middle of the month, I'm gonna be like, so can I start tattooing now?
Yeah. Yeah. But you definitely want to make sure all your surgeries are done, because the last thing you want to do is cut through your
I don't want to be cut through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to start on this one.
Yes. And then go over, and so because you have to have both of them.
Right.
Sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But this one's pretty much.
Did you think when I first started launching everything out on social media that was chaos?
I had no idea about half of the things that came out. And yeah, it was pure chaos. I was like, what? I thought we were close, but it wasn't a matter of us being close or not. It was a matter of what you were allowed to do and what you weren't allowed to do.
Right.
And not having complete control over you.
Oh yeah, over my own being.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when all that came out, I was like, go Frankie.
Yeah.
I am happy to see the real Frankie.
Yes. Yeah. You would get I mean,
I got
people,
glimpses.
Yeah, the people close to me got glimpses.
Listen, I got glimpses, and I think you were a lot like you are all the time now.
Yeah.
When he wasn't around.
Yes.
So I got those glimpses where I was like, okay, this is Frankie.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons we just
Clicked.
immediately clicked.
Yeah.
You know, because I knew what the real side of you was.
Yeah.
So, because that's genuinely me all the time.
Yes.
I have no filter.
No. But I had to be two separate people, two different people.
You did.
Because I wasn't accepted for who I could be.
Right.
Privately. I don't know how else to say that.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been made to feel like recently that there's been some topics and some text messages sent to me that has made me feel like I'm just the circus show. And so it's really making me like second guess who I am and what I put out and
don't
how people view me.
I wouldn't. No. What you're doing now and the things that you're putting out now is the real you.
Yeah.
And if they can't understand or respect that, then who cares?
Yeah.
Because one thing I've learned through all of my struggles and stuff is that you need to be genuine to you.
Yes.
And that's taken a lot of therapy to get to that.
Mhm.
But you have to be you.
Yeah.
No matter what that looks like, you need to be you. And you need to be with someone that supports you in every aspect that you're at. Loves you at your best, loves you at your worst. Because there's no way that they can love you at your best if they don't love you at your worst.
Yes. That is so true. That's absolutely true. Yeah.
Someone said that to me the other day, and I never thought about it like that. But then I'm like, if you can't love me when I am shit, then why do you get to deserve to love me when I'm my best?
Yeah. Why do you get the benefits of the best me when you're not willing to
put
deal
in
with
the
me?
work?
Yeah, to put in the work or deal with me when I'm having a really bad day or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, when I'm at my low of lows, why do you get
the highs?
Yeah, why do you get the highs?
And I'm the first to admit I've had a lot of lows, especially in the last 2 years.
Right.
But though I am also a very firm believer that God only puts you through the things that you can handle and that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And so yes, they might be struggles, but everything in your life happens for a reason. Everything that you go through changes some part of you, and whether it's the way that you think or the way that you look or whatever, everything that you go through happens to you for a reason, and you are the person that you are now because of the mistakes that you've made and the things that you've been through.
Yeah.
They make you who you are.
That is so true.
So
that is so true. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go.
absolutely.
I'm ready to go get the other half of our
Go
family.
get the babies.
Yeah.
I know, me too. I haven't seen them in so long.
Oh no, they're gonna. And one of them is gonna be like, "I remember you," and the other one's gonna be like,
Who the heck are you?
"Yeah, yeah, exactly." Were you ready to end our podcast? All right, yeah, I'm wrapped up. I've said what I've needed to say. Huh? Oh, goodbye.
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 End.